Good evening. Tonight's Echo features strong language and scenes that some may find disturbing. A full list of content warnings can always be found via a link in the description box. Remember, your peace of mind matters above everything else. Please enjoy. Right, okay, let's do this. Hello everyone, my name is Wesley Morrison to use my full name. I host a podcast called Last Thursday, which you'll obviously know if you're here listening to me now. If you've heard previous episodes, then you'll be familiar with my work. But in case you're not, let me give you the snappy version. On Last Thursday, we hunt ghosts, ghouls, monsters, anything you wouldn't want to see hanging around outside in the dark, basically. It's been my lifelong mission to prove that these things are real, no matter what anyone else thinks, and over dozens of episodes and many, many close scrapes, I've done just that. Previously, I found the precious pocket watch heirloom stolen from the Baron estate by communicating with the dead. I helped discover the true meaning behind the sacred texts of the Goods and Sikta. I even visited the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, though they wouldn't let me inside for various legal reasons that I can't discuss. But none of that comes close to what I'm going to talk about today. The rabbit hole I fell down when looking into this haunting, a haunting that nearly took my own life, went further than I ever could have imagined, and tragically resulted in the disappearance of a key member of my team, Rog, our audio expert. He was a friend also, and as you'll hear from all the clips we recorded of the event, he didn't risk his safety that day for nothing. This is the story of what happened that night. This is the haunting of the Ashbury Fens, and like many tales before it, it began with an email. Okay, hey guys, hope you're good. I just hopped out of the shower. It's very early in the morning, so I'm keeping my voice down. I just sat here to finish the edit for the latest pod, and Rog sent me something interesting. I noticed he didn't use the encrypted company email like I'd asked, but whatever. I love spending money for no reason. He linked me to an article from the East Anglian Times. Not sure where that's based. Sounds like Sussex to me. Anyway, the interesting thing about this article is that it talks about a paranormal event that neither of us had heard of before. According to this piece, which catalogues a bunch of experiences people have had around the Fenlands throughout, history or some shit, there's a sighting of an apparition as recent as 20 hours ago. Quote, "The locals we interviewed at the Ashbury Arms, a pub that sits just shy of the marshlands and whose patrons had reported the incident to the police, described the sighting of a hunchback female wearing a full, thick veil that covered her entire body. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. One local, Oliver Thornton, 61, spotted her at 9:47 p.m. the previous evening, and said he could hear her singing before she sank into the fens, with two other accounts claiming the same, but on separate nights." End quote. Oh boy. Okay, here's the thing. We can't let that go, right? It might be a load of crap, but, I'll tell you what. I'll run a poll for our supporters. That's wesleylastThursday.com/donate, by the way. Make sure you're signed up at the Mothman tier or above to get access to more content and future polls. We'll run a supporter poll on there, and if we get enough votes saying to go, then we'll give it a shot. Should spice up the content a bit. If not, then you won't hear this audio, so it won't matter. I'll fire Roger an email back and then finish this edit. Alright folks, deuces. The poll didn't turn out quite how we hoped it would. only receiving a couple of votes, but seeing as that's the majority of our patronage right there, we stuck to our word. We tracked down the location of the Ashbury sightings the following day. Ashbury itself is a small English town on the far east of the country, where literally nothing else is apparently, and is part of a collective group of other fenland towns. Most of the fens were drained forever ago, so they say, but Ashbury's still home to a bit of current marshland. Either way, we knew where we were heading next. We were going to have to travel beyond regular civilization to a part of the country you must never go to. And for those that do make that dreaded trip, they seldom return as the person they left as. Yes, we were going to need to make our way to Norfolk. Hey gang, Wes here, checking in as a follow-up to and, well, I guess the beginning of our journey to Ashbury. Thanks to everyone who voted. It'd always be nice to have more ears listening to the show, so remember to tell your friends about us, especially our donation perks, so they can have their say in future episodes and... we're rolling on audio, right? Yeah. Okay, cheers, Roger. So, anyway, before we set off on our trip to Ashbury, we're at my place right now, and we're stocked up on supplies that'll help us track down and uncover the events in the Fenlands. If you're a frequent listener, you'll know a few of these, but let's run through them nice and quick. First up, we've got a classic. I take this thing everywhere with me. Every hotel, every work trip, it even comes with me to Waitrose. It's an EMF reader. It can detect and measure electromagnetic waves, which, as we all know, is what ghosts are made of. It can scan up to 20 mini Gorses, which is, it's kind of like, it can measure up to 20,000 hertz, which is a massive range and perfect for what we need. It's got 5 colours, like traffic lights, I guess, and when it's green, we know we're in the clear, and when it's red, well, we've got ourselves a ghost. Next up, we grabbed an old Star Night projector, and what you do with this is you place it in the middle of the room, or maybe facing a doorway, and it projects hundreds of tiny green lights in that direction. If any ghouls try and walk through it, then we're going to know about it. We tried to get a hold of a proper light matrix grid thingy, but they were too cumbersome to use. This, on the other hand, is much more reliable. We've also picked up a cheeky full spectrum light as well, which gives us a clearer picture of what's around us and allows us to see beyond the veil of normal light. Easy to use, nice and compact, very pink. Anyone out there who's on the spectrum won't be able to hide from this thing. Last but by no means least, we've got the spirit box. This little beauty is key to our investigation, allowing us to hear the ghosts when they talk to us. I've been reading a lot about these things recently. It works by cycling through all the big radio stations really quickly, relaying any communications from beyond, which we'll be able to pick up and hear for ourselves. You know, maybe we'll get one that's like, say, "Oh, I'm a really vengeful spirit. Don't piss me about, yeah?" And there we have it. We've got some other supplies in here, some torches, batteries for our mics, and a bit of food as well in case, you know, Norfolk turns out to be an expensive place. You did pack the food, Rog. What's this? This is a jar of pickled onions, mate. Helmy's pickled onions. You think this is going to sustain us on our quest to hunt ghosts? The fuck is wrong with you? Okay, geared up. We've got a long road ahead of us, so let's get to it. This could be our most dangerous adventure yet, so I've brought along a little thing I invented myself. You can't see it, obviously, but it's like a small catapult, or a slingshot for the US listeners out there, that will just fling out these harmless little pebbles. I made it myself, completely non-lethal. We can't have guns or knives in the UK, so this will have to do. And I've also crushed up some sage and smothered it over the rocks to hopefully scare any nasties away. I'm not worried about what we might find, but in case it's really bad out there, or something goes down and you never see us again, don't fret. Because every Thursday is last Thursday. Alright, you can cut there. We jumped in my Jeep and made our way across the country, about a 150-mile trip just to get there, with an extra 30 miles thrown in because Rog had set the TomTom up to go the wrong direction. But anyway, once we approached the Ashbury Fens, both my co-host and I knew right away that something felt off. Right, gang, we're just pulling into Ashbury now. The sun is shining, it's a beautiful day, and it's actually a bit too warm, isn't it? I expected lots of green grass, but it's all yellow and dried up, like hay. Sorry for the noise as well. Jeep could do with a tune-up, and these roads aren't the best. They're bumpy, potholes everywhere. Don't know how you could even squeeze more than one car down here at a time, but there you go. Pull in here, mate. We're approaching the Ashbury station here. It sits just off the side of the road that passes through the bottom of the town, just to give you a better idea of where we are. We've got the fens behind us. It's a big mound, or a hill, I guess, and it follows along the main road, separating it from the marshlands. It looks like there's a walking path up there too, so we'll see what's happening with that. I don't know. It seems alright. If I weren't such a city boy, I'd maybe live here, but something feels strange. What do you think, Rog? You can't just nod, mate. It's a fucking audio medium. You've got to describe things and talk into the fucking microphone. Alright, we've made it to our little bed and breakfast, I guess. Seems a bit of alright, all things considered. It was nice and cheap. We're just going to start loading some of the luggage into the room, and we'll be set for the Ashbury Arms. May as well start at the source, eh? Blimey, the heat. Hurry up with that stuff, would you, Rog? All of our knackers off out here. No, I'll keep my rucksack on me, mate. Never know when it might come in handy. That's all of it. Alright, good. So, we heading down to the pub? He nodded. Let's move. We made our way to the Ashbury Arms straight after that clip, although we did nip into the local co-op on the way to grab a couple cans of Monster and had an interesting chat with the lady behind the counter. She told us that her family had always lived in that small town as a way to save money when working elsewhere, thanks to how connected it was to all the nearby points of interest in the country. We asked if the supposed sightings of this thing had impacted her life at all. She said it was the first time, going back for generations and generations of her family, that they'd considered moving. So you have to ask yourself, what's really going on in Ashbury? Alright, hey, Wes here. Are you rolling this time? Right, because you weren't rolling for that whole conversation before, yeah? And when you do things like that, it really fucks me off, because we lose important content, and instead of a top scoop, I'm just sitting here getting fucked off, and I want to fucking kill you. Hey everyone, Wes here. We've just popped into the Ashbury Arms, and we don't know if we're necessarily allowed to record in here, so I'll see what we can get away with. You can probably hear it, it's quite busy in here. Decent place, actually. I haven't been to a pub like this in years, but everything's got that authentic, polished wooden feel to it. It's kept its personality as its own place, and you know me, I'm a big fan of all that stuff. It hasn't been bought out by a Wetherspoons or a Green King or any other slot brand like that. God, I hate those cunts. We should probably cut that part out. At the back, you can see out over the water, across the road, and up to the long mound thing that marks the fens beyond it. Allegedly, it was people who sat in this very pub right here that claim they saw the ghost, or ghoul, or monster, or whatever this thing is. Either way, I'm itching to find out. There's a bloke behind the bar right now. He looks like he might know his stuff, so let's say we go over there and ask a few questions, yeah? You good to go up and ask him, Rog? Listen, I have anxiety, alright? And that man is bald as fuck, which I find very intimidating, yeah? People without hair make me nervous. It's worth mentioning here that the few people we were able to get answers from, including the clip coming up right now, have had their voices obscured and their names fuzzed out to conceal their identity. Here's what the bartender told us. Hey mate, how are you? Could we just get 2 pints of the house cider, please?
Sure.
And also, 2 minutes of your time.
Oh boy, you guys press.
No, not at all. My name's Wes, this is my buddy Rog, and together we investigate strange occurrences and unsolved mysteries in the local area. And, well, the less than local area, I suppose.
Oh, are you with Wesley?
What?
I used to love that show.
Yes, we are. We are with BuzzFeed, tackling the UK for a change, you know?
I thought that series ended years ago.
Yeah, well, they brought it back recently, actually.
Okay, well, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah. So, how about it? You willing to answer some questions for us?
Depends, I suppose. What are you investigating?
Have you heard much about the haunting of the Ashbury Fens?
Plenty, more than enough.
How come?
People are out their bloody minds with this thing, if you ask me. The brief trick of the lie is driving folks mad. And what happened last night just emboldened people even more.
Last night? What happened last night?
You didn't hear it?
No? What is it?
The one who saw the veil passed away last night. Ollie.
Ollie? Oliver Thornton? He's dead?
So they say, yeah.
What happened to him? Do you know?
It was a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head, supposedly. His brother irregularly knew and was called to identify the body, and his description of the scene didn't sound like that.
What did it sound like?
He said it was like a thin spike had been driven through the side of his head.
That doesn't sound self-inflicted to me.
Exactly what he said. Nobody knows why, but they're investigating it right now. Who knows what happened?
Right. I hate to ask, but there were 2 others that had seen the veil, right? What happened to them? Are they, gone?
Oh, well, they're the only folks I've heard from about it. But they're still both with us last time I checked. It was just this morning.
Okay. Thank you. This is all really great stuff. Oh, one last question. Have you seen the veil? He didn't answer that one, but as Roger and I had heard plenty to be going on with, we let it go, ordered ourselves some food, and lingered around until the sun began to set. Oliver Thornton, 61, had been the only person to speak publicly about the haunting at Ashbury Fens, or, as you heard it just being called in that clip, the veil. Here's what we know. Oliver Thornton sees the veil at roughly 9:45 in the evening on July 15th. We aren't sure if he's in the pub at this time or if he's walking across the mound opposite when he encounters the veil. The following morning, July 16th, he reports this to the police and shortly after, the local press. He's the only one to do this. The article about the haunting goes live later that afternoon. We receive it early the next morning, July 17th, and then we head to Ashbury later that day, only to find that Oliver passed away the night before with an alleged self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. It's likely, then, that he died before we even saw the post. The 2 other people that reportedly saw the veil made no public speeches or reports to the press about what they witnessed, only confirming Oliver's story as being the same as theirs. And, at the time of our arrival in Ashbury, were going about their business as usual. Hypothesis? Something didn't like Oliver making the presence of the veil known to the public. Perhaps the veil itself is indeed a vengeful spirit. Or maybe this entity has a cult following that are willing to commit murder to maintain its threatening image. Either way, we needed to dig deeper. As night fell upon the town of Ashbury, we gathered up our equipment and headed straight for the marshlands. Fuck me, it's windy up here. Is this good for audio? Well, make sure you're shielding the bloody microphone or I'm gonna go mental, alright? Don't fuck this up like you always do. We need this to be a hit or we're toast. We're out on the top of the hill, or I guess I've been calling it a mound this whole time. What the fuck is it? It's like a thing that goes up, but like round as well. What would you call it, Rog? Oh, for fuck's sake, you have to talk into the It's dark out? Really dark. 9:40 p.m, around the same time as Oliver Thornton's sighting. We're going to start walking up and down, see if we can find anything. I've got my EMF reader right here in my pocket. We're sitting at a 2 at the moment, so not many magnets nearby. But I've also got the spirit box, and I reckon this is going to be key to our investigation. It's a noisy thing, isn't it? Okay, let's do this. So, hello. Hello, spirits. I'm going to ask you a few questions, if that's okay. I'm looking for someone you might know. The Vale, or perhaps Oliver Thornton. Is anyone there? Are you here? What's your name? Are you friendly? Do you want us to leave? I'm not getting anything, Rog. Let's keep moving. Oh, shit. Whew, that was close. Almost fell into the bog there. Bloody hell. Surprisingly full for the middle of summer, eh? Watching me step here. Don't want to go arse over elbow now. Here's good, yeah? Okay, let's try again. What? You heard something? You said yes? I thought that was you. Are you here? Are you with us? Are you friendly? Are you English? Are you vengeful? Are you cool? What's your name? Do you want us to leave? Dickhead ain't giving me shit. Maybe English isn't the way. I don't know any other languages. Give us something, mate. We're here for you right now, and you're kind of pissing me off. You know what? I'm glad you died. Got anything to say about that? Oh, there we go. You see me? Who are you? Oliver? What happened to you? Did you unalive yourself? Me? What did I do? What? Did you catch that, Rog? What is this? What do you think I did? Hello? Ollie? You there? Hello?
You just stepped down from there, please.
Oh, blimey, that one was nice and clear, eh? What are you pointing at, Rog? Oh shit, it's the police.
Could you please put down your equipment and join me over here?
Shit. Okay guys, you may lose us for a minute here.
Are you recording?
Yeah, yes, we're just recording audio for our show.
Could you stop it?
Sure, but why? We're not hurting anyone. This is a public path, isn't it?
Turn the microphone off, please.
Why?
If you turn it off now, we continue this at the station.
We're not breaking any laws, ma'am. Rog, keep rolling, okay? Don't turn it off for nothing. We were escorted to the station, and as you may expect, they made us turn off all our equipment, but I'll try my best to account the events here for you. Once we'd made it to the station, the police had a few questions for me, asking what we were doing, why we were doing it, how long we'd been in town, all of that stuff. I know it's best to say nothing until a lawyer arrives, but I felt pretty confident in myself to talk my way out of it, so I did. Besides, we hadn't broken any laws. After explaining that we were recording for our ghost hunting podcast, the police told us we were suspects in a murder, but not the murder I was thinking of. I suspected it to be about Oliver Thornton, that old chestnut. We had arrived in town shortly after his death, after all, so I'd understand the suspicion, but that wasn't why we were there. The bartender that we spoke to earlier that day, the one who told us plenty about the Vale, had been found dead in his home a few hours later, having suffered a, quote, self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head, end quote. Having handed over all of our equipment, the police scanned through it to confirm our story from start to finish, how the email had led us here, who we'd spoken to, and an account from the receptionist at the bed and breakfast confirmed that Rog was present during the time of the murder, and thus we were tentatively cleared. I did have one question for the fuzz though. I asked if the supposed gunshot wound had been that of a small, thin spike, and they confirmed that yes, it had been. More than that, they mentioned that the body of Oliver had traces of Salvia officinalis found within the wound, and they were working on the bartender's body to see if the same could be said for him. They let us go, eventually, but wanted us to check in until we departed back to civilization. Fearing that we might have bitten off a bit more than we could chew, we didn't plan on waiting too long for that. But there was still something eating at the back of my mind. We did contact something on the fen that night, and I wasn't going to leave this mystery unsolved. That wouldn't make for satisfying content, would it? Besides, this felt like cult behaviour. Was Ashbury home to a demonic presence and a cult determined to keep it a secret? I needed to find answers. So, we collected ourselves, took the next day to lay low and figure out a battle plan, and ventured back onto the fens for the last time. Alright gang, it's 9:36 PM. I'm now walking up to the fens, just passing by the pub. There's some yellow tape around it and looks like the window has been smashed too. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but I brought my little hand slingshot with me in case things get a bit leery. It's not the ghosts I'm worried about, honestly. This could be some, occult shit and stuff. Rog isn't here with me. He was feeling a bit sick, so he's chilling in the B&B for the time being. Reckon we're gonna head home tomorrow, if he's feeling up to it. I don't blame him. It doesn't feel safe here. Anyway, that just means it's me tonight, but not much difference there, I guess. Roger's fucking useless, I swear. Right, approaching the hill now. See you at the top. Christ, okay, made it. Gotta work out more, that's for damn sure. I've logged all the equipment up here, and I'm gonna set it up so that it's facing down into the bog. I've got the star projector, just gonna pop it down here and flick the bad boy on. God, fuck me. Ugh, I was looking right to the lens just then. Okay, just turning it around, and there we go. It's got a nice view of the marshland, and if anything wants to walk through it, we should get a projected outline over the spirit. As for the spectrum light, I'm going to keep it on standby as to not interfere with the projector. Last up, I've got the spirit box. This worked a charm last time after a cheeky bit of goading, so it made sense to bring it out again. The EMF still sits at 2, so that's crap, but I'll pop it on the ground as well. And I've got my little camera. Gonna try and snap some pictures and videos and pop them up on the website for you all. Remember to pledge to the Mothman tier for those ones. Okay, turning on the box. Now. Right. Oliver Thornton? Are you here? It's Wes again. You said you could see me last time, so here I am. You there, pussy? Ugh, didn't like that. That's not a nice word. I'm just gonna start roasting you again if I have to. Leave you? Why? Are you trapped here? Do you have unfinished business? What? Oliver? Is Elliot with you? What happened to him? He died the same way as you, right? Who killed you? It's because you spoke about the veil, right? You shared something you shouldn't have, and they murdered you for it. Is that it? That's it, isn't it? Shit. I think we lost him. I don't... Wait, gotta turn this thing off. Oh fuck. I hope I got that recorded. There's something in the water. Let me angle the projector. Shit. I'm serious, guys, I can hear something. Nothing on the projector. Okay, let me try the spectrum light. I can see it. The veil, the hunchback. Yes! She's heading this way. She's walking right towards me. I can see her fully. There's no transparency. It's not a hologram or a projection. It's real. But I don't think this is a ghost. I don't know for sure, but this might be one of those cult members or something else. They know what show we're making. They want to silence it. Okay, I'm recording video. If this is the last you hear from me, then I hope Rog finds my stuff. Please sign up to the Mothman tier to see the footage on the website. Stand back, or I will use this. These are sage-tipped bolts, okay? And I don't want to hurt you, but I will. Fuck it. I got it. It's okay. Oh shit. Let's see what's going on here, once and for all. Jesus, I got her in the neck. Serves you right, you bastard. Let's see what's under this thing. Oh no. Oh no. Shit. Rog? It's... Okay, it's Rog, and his mouth it's glued shut. I don't understand. Oh, fuck. I gotta get this bolt out of him. Are you okay? Are you alright? Are you still with me? You're not one of them. You can't be. They set you up, didn't they? He nodded. Wait.
Put your hands above your head right now and step out of the water, away from the body.
No, you don't understand. He's been set up to attack me. I was just defending myself. I didn't...
Put your hands above your head.
Okay, I'm doing it. It's the police. They're in on it. They have to be. If you hear this, send it as far and wide as you can. And whatever you do, don't come here. Don't forget about this. And don't go to Ashbury. And so, we reach the end of our story. For reasons that might be quite obvious, that's where my investigation stopped. I didn't intend for it to go this way, but you never do when you're creating such important content like this. It's my duty as a creator to follow these things through to the very end, no matter how bitter that end may be, for the enjoyment of all the Last Thursday listeners out there. The police didn't listen to me. I understood that it looked bad, but I was only doing what I thought was right in that moment. The deaths of Ollie, the bartender, and my dearest co-host Rog will live in my conscience forever. But their deaths were not in vain, not one bit, and the cruel trick played on me that led me to inadvertently kill my my friend must be paid for. Just know that I took that shot for the sake of everyone here today, and if protecting our society from this demonic cult makes me guilty, then call me Jonathan Balls, because I'm as guilty as they come.
Thank you, Mr. Morrison. That was all very insightful. Wesley Ellen Morrison, you have pleaded guilty to the charges levied at you by this court. And as your judge, it is now my place to pass the sentence upon you. You are a violent offender of the law, as demonstrated not only by the murder of Oliver Thornton, Elliot Richfield, and Roger Walden by your own hand, but also your penchant to turn these grisly crimes into opportunities for attention and thus financial gain. The evidence that you have shown us today from your time at Ashbury only confirms the court's verdict that these crimes were premeditated lethal assaults with a deadly weapon that you yourself had constructed. It was found, beyond all reasonable doubt, that you were indeed in Ashbury on the 15th of July to murder Oliver Thornton, on July 16th to murder Elliot Richfield, and that you orchestrated Mr. Walden's death as well, even going as far as to have him serve as a fake subject of your investigation before you mutilated and subsequently murdered him too. As such, you will serve the maximum term for these 5 offences, totaling 73 consecutive years in prison, with no opportunity for parole. This court is adjourned.
Echoes in a Jar is powered by Patreon. Thank you to the most recent supporters of the show. Supporter Levi Burzlaff-Luett and Matthew Siadak, and associate producer Sean Holden. If you would like to support the show, swing on by patreon.com/echoesinajar and you too could get your name at the end of every episode. Thank you for listening, and always read the label.